So I didn't remember the flame name, therefore I just put a random number that sounded... Yes, a random number that sounded Agnon. That's the name. I don't know, maybe I'll change the title later. That seems to be it that we can work on, I think. Well, except for maybe the Mycelium Sanctum. Oh, right, Coming Storm. Actually, we can do that. So, yeah, I hit the quest as active before I finished up last night, just to, like, go back and talk to her, maybe get some clues on what the common pants were. I noticed there were 2 quest arrows instead of 1. So, without her telling me, the game just showed me exactly where the pants were. I had to give a beggar a sweet roll in exchange for his pants, and now he's walking around without pants. Simeon, I believe. Time 9:04 p.m. She may be asleep. When has trespassing ever stopped us?
Have you found anything for me?
Here's the amulet.
The Amulet of Disintegration. Thank you. It's one of the keys to my safety in the coming times. Because when they come for me, I'm not going to let them have my stuff. No way.
Alright, that's viable. Well, you can repair broken stuff, can't you? Oh well. They don't have an armorer with them, I guess. I guess it's a good way, but if they do, it's kind of a pointless thing.
The pants. The calming pants. Finally, these pants are key to my survival.
How?
Isn't it obvious? Do you know the #1 reason people die in a catastrophe? Do you? They panic.
Fair point.
Not me. No way. I'll be calm and collected with these pants on, ready for action. The Ring of Desiccation. Perfect! It does everything I need it to. A wondrous piece of craftsmanship.
Why would I say it uses it? According to... No, her name wasn't Ala. But according to the curator of the Museum of Oddities, it's both water breathing and water walking, so of course that's useful. I have them both. I have water breathing in a spell, and I have water walking on a ring. Although I kind of don't want water walking all of the time. It's just be a pain in the ass to go underwater.
Is it? Is it now? You can't be too careful. It is. It is. You've done so well. You deserve a reward. Let me teach you a special spell. It will affect all those around you. You might find it handy to cause confusion in your enemies. You know, when the time comes.
Speaking of, there's a spell I forgot to make.
I hear Cutter collects the madness ore to turn into armor.
It just does paranoia, you say?
Bye.
Alright. So I'm saying, when has trespassing ever stopped this? And apparently we have an incredibly negative bounty. I'm going to talk to Agar with this because I don't know what that will do.
gods.
It's not really a bounty then, huh? I still don't know what's up with that. That's definitely integer overflow. I don't know what's about though. Well, I kind of get what... I know what mod causes it, I just don't know why that mod would cause it. It's the one that... There's a bounty overhaul mod that... Some weird items on the roofs. It's a mod overhaul that... Not mod overhaul, a bounty overhaul mod. That basically makes bounties regional. Up to a point, like if your bounty's high enough, it becomes like province-wide. Otherwise, it's just counties. And the bounties get forgotten over a period of time. So, that's the mod. Like, the UI isn't set up for all that. It only shows you your Cyrodiil bounty and your Shivering Isles bounty. It doesn't have any kind of provincial bounties like Skyrim does. So it constantly swaps out the bounty in the UI for like whatever your actual current bounty is in the current county you're in. So that would be the mod that's causing this super duper negative bounty. But I don't know why it'd be super duper negative. What was I doing again? Alright, so I finished that. Cold Flame of Agnon. Wait, this is the north half of the Isles, right? Should probably go back. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, whatever. I say that because we do have armor. Oh boy. First thing in the stream, this might not be the best idea. I mean, I'm basically forcing in the game to load in all the Shivering Isles, like, as soon as it starts. I mentioned this is on my D drive, right? The hard drive and not the soft states drive. So it takes time for stuff to load in, just to spool up and all that. I mean, it's still far better than the 360, I do admit, but, you know, it's cause for concern when things take a while to load. And I think we're here. We are indeed here. Okay, 8 seconds left. Let's see how many laps we can do. Oh, that's that. Right, so what spells did I make off stream? I updated the Omni spell. We're on to the second generation of it. Which incorporates all these bound weapons into it as well. The spell, it's literally... Because when you hide a spell with the mods, how the game engine sees it is that you don't know the spell. So because if you don't know the spell, it doesn't appear as a spellmaking or enchanting effect. To like remedy that, I just make this Omni spell that has all the effects that I know that I can put into a spell. You can't put multiple summons on the same spell, not without the construction set anyways, so yeah. I just put my favorite summon in there, Spectral Warrior. Other than that, this is all the spell effects that I know. Or that I can put on there. Oh yeah, Arcane forgot to do that on some Mortar Priest. Master's Conundrum is kind of useless, but oh well. The dispel amount's too low. That's the max dispel amount I can put on a spell, but it's too low. Doesn't dispel much. Oh right, weakness. So I made 2 new versions of weakness. no soul trap version, which is like 60% stronger than the previous version. So +3 to all the 5s, and yeah, +60 to the burden. Except for the weakness effects themselves, that's still 100%. The weakness tuned is keep the damage side kinda low, but increase the Magicka fatigue damage. Oh, also add disintegrate weapon and armor, I think, to this too. Not on here, I forgot to put disintegrate weapon and armor onto the 3rd edition, but the tuned edition. This one has it. Again, no soul trap, and also, excuse me, stink bug. Got it. Appropriately crush it underneath a plate. There it shall stay for maybe the next day or something. I don't know. I should move it someplace else. That's already released. I can feel it warmth. Feel its warmth. Okay, do for now. Hello.
State your business. Cylon is holy ground, unfit for mortals. Then you are free to enter the shrine of the flame of Agnon. This key will allow you passage through any door in Cylon. The flame is lit from the shrine's 2 altars. Once the Orioles are driven out of Cylon, it will be our pleasure to light the flame for Sheogorath. The Grukhedric Ulfri will explain everything. You should speak to her at once.
The Maskin are unworthy to guard the altar of despair. My soul for Sheogorath. That's what we call ourselves. The most loyal and honorable servants of Sheogorath.
Alright.
The treacherous ones. The dark seducers of ill repute, whose every action drags Sheogorath's holy name through the mud.
How so?
The flame is only lit at the command of Sheogorath, from the altars of rapture and despair within the shrine itself. I'm sure the Armazalkana will be glad to help you once the Maskin are driven from the altar of despair. She commands the Orioles here at Cylon. She has just arrived with reinforcements from Brellock to end this stalemate once and for all.
Yeah, I do say, I said before, I prefer the Dark Seducers to the Golden Saints because of how they speak to me in general, but if there's a valid reason to do Golden Saints, we'll pick them. I just have to present that valid reason.
Our home and sanctuary here in the Shivering Isles. Alas, we have not seen the Altar of Despair for many years. It is in the underground part of Cylon, which is controlled by the Maskin. The Maskin do not even allow us free passage to worship there, which is one of the many reasons why they are unfit to continue to guard it.
Would you do the same to them if you're in the same position now? That's a good question.
It is on the east side of Cylon, which we hold for Lord Sheogorath. The Armazalkana has her command post there. For Sheogorath's glory.
State your business, Cylon. You're not very good.
I can't talk to her about it. Yeah, it's that door. think I'll change the title now. If the title will change, because the OBS... Is it a plugin? Window? Whatever? I don't know. OBS integration of Restream. The chat works fine, but the title change has like a 50% success rate, and it's actually like every other time I do it, it works. Usually it's like I have to enter the title within the first few seconds of opening up OBS for it to guaranteed stick. Or guaranteed work, that is, not necessarily stick. That was Agnon, right? Yes, Flame of Agnon. Alright, it's updated. There we are. Everything's updated. There.
What is it?
Ah, you can tell me about these things.
We hold the altar of despair, here within the shrine of the Flame of Agnon. Continue down the corridor if you wish to meditate there upon the fate of all things mortal. The counterpart to the altar of despair, Rapture is currently held by the Aureals in their complacency, but that will soon change.
So do they let you guys worship in there or no?
Our rivals, the so-called Golden Saints. One day Sheogorath will finally recognize their bull-headed stupidity and expel them from the realm. The holy flame can only be lit from the altars of despair and Rapture. Alas, the Aureals hold Rapture for now. You should speak to the Grakedric Ulfri at once. She will be glad of your help to rid Sylarn of the arrogant Aureals once and for all. You know us as Dark Seducers, a name given us by our enemies. But we are the Mazkin in our own tongue, Sheogorath's only truly loyal servants.
So aside from being nicer to mortals, at least in their speech, how exactly are the seducers dragging the name of Sheogorath through the mud? Also, I'm not entirely sure if the Orioles are stupid, but they are bullheaded. Not in the horned way.
She is the Gorkedric, commander of the Mazkin here at Sylarn. She has never yet been defeated by the Aureals, despite their strength.
But has she defeated... Oh, of course you haven't, because the Orioles are still here.
Sheogorath's glory.
I think I should speak to both sides. I'll speak to... Oh.
A mortal wandering the halls of holy Sylarn, and a male no less. Explain yourself. Then I am at your service. The Grakedric Ulfri commands here. You will wish to speak to her at once, no doubt.
Yes.
For Sheogorath's glory.
Oh, are you guiding me, or are you just on patrol? I can't tell. I thought you were walking towards me, but you just about walked past me before I initiated conversation, so this may just be a patrol route.
The altar of Rapture will be ours.
Oh, it's a decent amount of masking in here. kind of want to change my armor again. You seem to be walking towards me.
Begone, mortal, or you will soon find yourself between the Mazkin and their prey. A most dangerous place to be. Then you have arrived just in time to help us defend the Altar of Despair. Once the strength of the Aureals is shattered, I will be honored to light the flame as my Lord Sheogorath commands. The two altars, Blessed Despair and Holy Rapture, feed the great flame of Agnon above us. Only Sheogorath's immortal servants can kindle the altars, and I am at my Lord's command. But I only hold Despair for the moment. The Aureals hold Rapture and are massing to attack us. But never fear, they are no match for us. Once their main force is destroyed, with your help, we can easily take Rapture from the few survivors. Then I will gladly kindle the flame for you.
If I'm really only doing this based on superficial aspects, like they don't seem to be... I'll ask you about everything. And then maybe...
Only the immortal servants of Sheogorath can kindle the
I'll commit
altars
to
of
one.
Despair and Rapture, which in turn feed the... Once the Aureals are routed from the Altar of Rapture, I will be most pleased to command my soldiers. We are expecting the Aureals to attack any moment. They'll come down the main passage from the Altar of Rapture. They always do.
That sounds like
They are
Oreos.
overconfident as usual. We have prepared many traps and ambushes. It will be a glorious slaughter. Once the Aureals are destroyed, I will light the flame of Agnon for you. Will you help us defend the Altar of Despair? Yes, yes. Their commander, Kana, is gullible enough to take you at face value. She will reveal all her plans to you, Sheogorath's emissary. Beautifully devious. It embarrasses me not to have thought of it first.
Wasn't quite thinking that, but I'll let you think that. Also, it tells me they are a bit smart, aren't they? The fact that they aren't so blinded by hatred of their rivalries to actually
The Altar of Rapture will be ours.
not see point in, you know, going to talk to the enemy.
The Altar of Rapture
That's what I'm saying. I'm not sure the Dark Users make the best servants, and I say that I should be using the true name Mazkin, but
will be ours. The Aureals will soon pay for their
I
crimes.
say that because they think on their own. Seem to have some good thoughts and the like, which...
Sheogorath's blessings upon you. My soul for
Yeah, am I like-
Sheogorath's glory.
Ah, okay.
My scouts reported no signs of the Mazkin in the Underdeep. It's our best chance to take them unawares.
Too risky. It's likely to be a trap. They could cut us to pieces down there if they knew we were coming.
With all due respect, Almas, I ask that you reconsider. The main passage is strongly defended. Perhaps if you'd allow me to scout further.
Enough! I've made my decision. We will attack down the main passage as planned. The Mazkin will not withstand us.
Oh yeah, they're stupid.
Cylon shall be ours. Greetings, stranger. Are you here to help us drive the Mazkin out of Cylon?
You are the first male Oriole I have seen, like, ever.
It is just there, at the top of these steps. You would pray for the blinding ecstasy, which is the ultimate reward for those in Sheogorath's service? My scouts recently discovered another way through the ruins to the Altar of Despair. The Armazel Canna wants to assault the altar down the main passage, but the Mazkin are expecting us to come that way. They've strongly fortified the main passage against us. If we attacked through the Underdeep, we could take them by surprise. If only Canna would listen to me. An attack down the main passage will end the same as it always does. A glorious defeat. She thinks the Underdeep is a trap. It's true. If the Mazkin knew we were coming that way, we wouldn't stand a chance. But I'm convinced the Mazkin don't expect us to come that way. If we attacked in full force, we could take the Altar of Despair before they had a chance to react. If only I could make Canna see that.
Alright. I'll speak to Con. I'm gonna save here, because I might unintentionally switch sides.
This is no place for a mortal. We are about to join battle against the Mazkin. You'd best stand aside. My pardon, emissary. I am at your service. We are preparing to sweep the Mazkin scum from Cylon. Perhaps Sheogorath sent you to help us. Only the servants of Sheogorath can light the flame, by kindling the altars of despair and rapture which feed the flame. Alas, we hold only the altar of rapture. The treacherous Mazkin hold the altar of despair. We must control both to light the flame. If you help us seize the altar of despair from the Mazkin, I will be honored to kindle the flame of Agnon for my lord Sheogorath.
Doesn't really matter which one then, does it?
The flame is fed from the altar of rapture and the altar of despair. Only once we capture the altar of despair from the Mazkin, the only way to assault the altar of despair is down the main passage between the two altars. It will be difficult. The Mazkin have fortified their position, but I am confident that with your help, we can defeat them. Will you help us retake the altar of despair and drive the Mazkin out of Cylon once and for all?
This is why I hard saved. I'm gonna ask about this.
Ah, Miral's beloved surprise attack. A perfect example of why males do not hold command positions. He has failed to consider the risks of his plan. If the Mazkin had prepared an ambush along that route, we would be slaughtered. We're better off storming the main passage, where our superior strength and blade work can come into play. Are you ready to help us destroy the Mazkin?
I'll scout the Dark Seducer position.
That's an excellent idea. They cannot refuse entry to an emissary of Lord Sheogorath. Return at once when you have their deployments. This could make all the difference. For Sheogorath's glory.
I'll speak to Meryl.
My soul.
Nope.
For Sheogorath.
I could let this play out, in which case I think the Dark Seducers, well, they'll have the defensive advantage.
Sheogorath's blessings upon you.
What's this journal say? Because what I'd really like to do is tell Golden Saints that the Underdeep is safe to go and it's unguarded, and tell the Dark Seducers they're going to go through the Underdeep and have them all slaughtered.
I am honored to assist. Are you ready to help?
Yes, I'll lead the Saints into an ambush.
I I never suspected that Kana had the audacity to try such a risky assault. But we'll teach her to try to take the Mazkin by surprise. We'll cut them to pieces in those corridors. I'll redeploy my forces at once. You return to Kana and lead her into the trap. Once they're destroyed, I will kindle the altars. Good hunting, friend.
Alright, so this here is... Yes.
How may I serve?
Hail. The Mazkin are unworthy to guard.
Where? Oh, there. There's the arrow. Oh, you're right here.
Greetings, emissary. Are you ready to help us? Are all males so obstinate? Have I not already told you that I consider that route too risky? What makes you think you can persuade me when my own lieutenant cannot?
Underdeep is undefended.
You've seen this with your own eyes? I must be sure it isn't a trap if I'm to take such a risk.
It isn't a trap.
Myrrel was very convincing as well. Very well, we'll risk it. The Underdeep it is. May Sheogorath's divine madness possess us today. Down with the Mazkin!
Alright, I'm gonna, like, follow them down.
Death to the Mazkin! My soul for Sheogorath!
Oh, hi there. Alright, let's apply some weakness. This doesn't have any kind of charge to it, does it? No, it doesn't. And now there's fast and kill, so I guess we're using Eglyph then. Oh, I can't get there. Here. Oh. I'll take... that, a long sword and the bow. Miro. It's quite unfortunate. There we are. It's quite interesting now. Yeah, like how did this go? So I saw the big fireball come out. Did that come from a trap or did a Mazkin shoot that? I think a Mazkin shot that. Impressive. Well, it looked impressive. I don't know about the damage, though. Ooh, also, remember saying don't use magic on Orioles, so these aren't Orioles or Mazkin, but... oh, they're weak to frost. Guessing the Orioles is some kind of like innate resist or absorb magic. Maybe even innate reflect. Oh, by the way, did any Dark Seducers die? I already have some Dark Seducer here, honestly. This place is pretty big. I don't think it's going to be that worthwhile to go and hunt for a Mazkin corpse. Oh, yeah, if I go for an Ariel corpse, though... Even to find it, I've been moving too vertically to know what the hell the horizontal path is. Seriously, where the... Ah. Anyways. Alright, so it's 0... That's right, it is a corpse. Yeah, it's not telling me anything. I do remember, though, at one point, when I cast Scry Resistance on a corpse, it actually told me their resistances. Which is why I've been trying it. But it seems to not be... Why is that red? Seems to no longer be the case. Oh, cool.
Victory is ours. I have already instructed my subordinates to kindle the altar of rapture. It is my honor to sacrifice myself on the altar of despair at Lord Sheogorath's command. The altars which feed the flame of Agnon can be kindled only by the willing death of an immortal. I have hoped for this moment since I took command of the Mazkin at Sylarn. I return my soul to the embrace of Oblivion's dark waters. Farewell.
Is there a body here? There's no body. Ooh, Ashen remains. I don't think I'll pick that up. Just where am I? There's parts of the ruin I don't know. Are
Sheogorath's blessings upon you.
what happened to her shield, if she even had one to begin with?
Your name will be hailed whenever we toast this day's victory in our halls at Pinnacle Rock. Our fortress and sanctuary here in the Shivering Isles.
Interesting.
For Sheogorath's glory.
You know, you're not the named Maskin from earlier. I wonder what happened to her. Oh. I'm like, yeah, I'm on fire. I mean, I won't be taking damage, of course. But I'm on fire. Oh, hello there, Order. Gee, what does Flame of Agnon even do? Just ability Flame of Agnon. Alright. Oh, it's a greater power. Oh, that's not too useful to me. Oh, there it is, if I look down. Alright, so put one nest. Put one in. Two in. Oh yeah, right. Now I'm remembering. So the Toon version just abandons everything that's not useful to me and I don't want, so... Soul Trap I got rid of because Soul Trap is useful to me, it's just that I wanted to carry around black soul gems, empty black soul gems, but those also count as grand soul gems. I don't want them to get filled, so I have to abandon the Soul Trap. Beyond that, though, I got rid of weakness to all weapon, I got rid of weakness to poison. I think that's it. Then I add the disintegrate weapon and disintegrate armor. By like 12 points, 30 seconds, small amounts. Yeah. I'm wondering what weakness to normal weapon is all about. Normal weapons deal more damage, of course, but it's very expensive to add. It's like at least a sixth of the total cost. Like adding that 100% for 30 seconds is like over 100 magicka on the cost. But its most expensive factor is what becomes the icon, which you can see it's the weakness to normal weapons. The thing with it, though, is that very few things at high level actually count as normal weapons. So a normal weapon means an unenchanted, non-magical metal weapon. So not silver, not daedric, nothing innately magical, can't be enchanted. That's a normal weapon. Can't be your fists either. Because once you hit Journeyman in hand-to-hand, your fists gain the ignore normal weapon resistance flag. Your fists become magical once you hit Journeyman. So I don't have any weapons that could benefit from weakest normal weapons. The idea behind it, though, was to make them take more damage from everything. Which is why I incorporated that in there along with the weakness to poison, even though I don't use poison. So that way, like, you have allies coming at them, they deal more damage too. That's the concept. But the Toon version is just for me. I'm the only one fighting them. This is all stuff that'll benefit me. Alright. Alright. Arcane Theft. Yep. Ooh, I should try Arcane Theft on, like, a Night of War. I might crash the game. I looted that, right? Yeah, alright. Okay, so Arcane Theft. It's the mastery perk in Skyrim, where you literally pickpocket everything, even the shirt off their torso. And apparently their heart as well. Their entire inventory, whether it's equipped or not, just gets completely pickpocketed into you. It still counts as theft, so you have to not be detected. But it's great, and if I use that with Spirit Exodus, which makes a clone of myself, I can double my inventory. It includes quest items, which is very much a hassle. That's the thing, these Knights of Order have armor that I technically can't use. So I thought maybe I can get their armor if I Arcane Theft them, and I cannot. Yeah, with Arcane Theft, I can now strip priests of all of their loot before the obelisk gets rid of their protection. Which is nice. In the meantime, we're just going to be flaming all the way to New Shaft. I can teleport there, though. Yeah, so I still didn't set up a mark and recall point, but what I did recall is I did get granted a little cellar in Bliss. And this has that as a teleport point. Not gonna use it, though. Not here. I also want... Oh, right, the spell I want to make. The spell I want to make was a new version of Paranoia, because I'm not using Spirit Exodus anymore. I don't need to seal it. But the other part was... I was curious about upgrading my projectile spells. I mean, I do have more magicka, but I'm gonna need some big cost increases depending on what I do with them. I don't know, maybe it... Okay, I really can't see if I'm in first and third. And Agnon. Why am I in combat? Is there a scale on? It is a scale on. Always a scale on. Oh yeah, also 19 voices done. So that's not something I can do on stream. I don't just mean that because it's done, I mean Twitch and YouTube probably wouldn't like the content of those quests, so I did them off stream. And yeah, it's a brothel that's staffed by Daedra seducers, which to me all just seem like succubus. Just succubi. Yeah, I was about to cast the spell on your ass. So I have to cut you again. Don't cut yourself down. I don't really need to cut them anymore now, do I? To really get the instant. Yeah, weakness actually should be more of a weakening than a sword cut. Because this here is 100% weakness and then 50% magic weakness, while this is 100% on both. It should be 50% more damage. That's offered. I have to go, I think, this way. I'm still not used to the Mania roads. The Dementia roads are just straight shot to New Shea. There's like one fork leads down to that south peninsula. Otherwise, it's a straight shot. Just shoot past them so the cloud doesn't remain. And I'll just stay here. And let weakness do its job. Oh yeah, I also unhid some one-handed bound weapons, bound longsword specifically, so I can use that in the interim. Stronger than my dagger, yes, but not by much. They're very much data quality. They aren't at the stage I think I'll need them for this point in the game. Or would like them. They're still usable though. It's still data quality. It's like a 52 or 54 damage. I just use it. And longsword. With bound order sword, it's actually a little bit less damage than the longsword, but costs a little bit more. And yet, they sound like the same speed. Oh, there goes Ream Stream chat. It's quite unfortunate when this happens. I put up the app too as a backup to the OBS's plugin, but that's also logged out as well for whatever reason. So excuse me, Moy. Okay, I got the app version working again, but not the OBS version. I think to get the OBS version working again, I have to restart all of OBS, which also means cutting off the stream. Yeah, it's 54. And the bound longsword was 52. Which, I mean, my dagger's a 47. So... I'm guessing I have to go way up. I mean, way, way up. Any palace grounds? I need to follow the arrow. You wish it was more like Morrowind, where you get extensive details where to go and no markers. A lot of quest mods do that now in Oblivion, but not Oblivion itself. Or mostly not Oblivion itself. There are like a rare few quests where they don't give you markers, instead give you detailed
You've brought it!
instructions.
The holy flame of Agnon, the fire of inspiration and rapture. If you light the great torch on the mania side of the Sacellum, you will be a hero to the people of Bliss, I assure you.
Let me think about
Do
it.
not think about it. Dream about it. Let your mind soar on flights of fancy. I know you will choose well in the end.
Ah, you burn with the purging fire of Agnon, the flame of truth, the flickering beacon of hope in the gloom of despond. Come, light the great torch for dementia. Illuminate the conspiracies, deepen the shadows. The people of Crucible await their hero.
Interesting. So I'm kind of leaning towards dementia on the whole, not just because I feel inexorably drawn to it, not just because I feel like if I had either of these illnesses, I'd probably be dementia, but also because I feel like dementia seems like a miserable place to live in, and I want to brighten it up and make it better. Which is why I'm leaning a lot towards dementia, but mania is a lot more colorful and vibrant and seems kind of fun. Although at parts it does feel a bit bland in the color scheme.
Yes, let your mind worry at the problem. Let fear and dismay over making the wrong choice sink their talons deep into your brain.
Okay, him saying that has actually started to do it.
Darkest blessings upon you.
You're talking to me, and I don't like you. Goodbye.
That was the shortest conversation I've heard in a while. So I have to tell one of them I'll light it. I don't know which. I wonder who Ardent Soul is or was, though. It's like a previous aspect of Sheogorath or something.
What?
What?
I'm not listening to you.
Alright, let me just think about this. Which residence do I like more? Is it the mania half? Is it the dementia half? I like the Dark Seducer. I like the Maskin more. That's for sure. Cutter, it seems nice, if a bit deranged.
Blessings, citizen.
Earl stuff. You know, oddities. She seems like a nice lady, even though I've stolen from her. Good, fair deal. It's like I want to brighten their day here in dementia.
How may I serve?
Make it less of a gloomy place. But I do like the mania half more. Just like, if I'm gonna live in one, it would be Bliss. After all, Bliss is brighter. People here seem overall nicer. And that's homicidal. Anyways. Here's the guy.
Sheogorath's blessing upon you.
See, he doesn't have pants anymore. He had the calming pants. Ah, here's the cellar, by the way.
The flame of Agnon?
Oh, I will find. I didn't really help that many people here in Bliss, have I?
Oh!
Hi.
Speak quickly, mortal.
Okay, I'm leaning towards dementia. Again, I like Bliss more than Crucible. But not only have I spent more time in Crucible, as I said, I want to make their day brighter.
Hi.
I understand
Oh, hi
there's
there.
been strange activity near the obelisks around the Isles.
Hi there, Mr. Shag.
I'm not going near the things.
See you later.
What are you doing here?
Darkest blessing. You'll uplift the poor, suffering folk of dementia with the flame, then?
Light the
You
retort for
are
you.
truly demented, as I always suspected. Release yourself to your secret fears and desires. Let them rule you, as they must in the end.
No.
Now, light the great torch as a beacon for those who fear, and those who inspire fear.
Alright. Time to be all burny, fiery thingy. Well, I kind of vaguely remember doing this. I do not remember this quest at all, but I kind of remember this part where I talked to Uncle Sheo here. Hi there.
Aren't you off to a good start? That's important. For me. Really, your work is going to save me a lot of time. The Grey March is upon us, and the ordering begins. Armies of order, sweep my realm! Death! Destruction! Then I have to pick up the pieces. And there are always lots of pieces. I don't like it, having to rebuild my realm every era. Sometimes I forget where things go, like New Sheoth. I can never remember where it belongs. You'll change that. Break the cycle. You'll stop Jiggalag, and I'll have my realm to come back to. I've never actually tried that before.
Huh.
Why not? Something has to work. Once, I dug a pit and filled it with clouds. Or was it clowns? It doesn't matter, it didn't slow him down. To be honest, it wasn't the best idea. And it really began to smell. Must have been clowns. Clouds don't smell bad. They taste of butter. And tears. But this is all new. A fresh idea. Something I hadn't thought of. Until I did. It's sure to work, even though it might not.
So?
Now, you'll need the respect of my citizens. They'll need a leader, someone to look up to when I'm gone. They're the backbone of any great land. Except where the backbone is an actual backbone. Ever been to Malakoth's realm? Oh, nasty stuff. But back to the business at hand. You'll need to control one of the carts of madness. Replace a current duke, or duchess, whichever. That will command respect. The people will rally around you. You'll have their love, their admiration, their complaints, whatever, as long as it keeps them on our side. No. No. Absolutely not. Well, yes, absolutely. Bit of a shame for them. But sometimes you need to break a few eggs. Or skulls. There are rules, though, even in the Isles. Rituals and rules. You need to follow them.
Noted.
Speak to Artis and Dervenin, the High Priest at the Sacellum Arden Sul. They can explain what needs to be done. And you've always got our man Haskell to call on for help. Faithful, like a good hound, that one. And he looks better in a suit. It's already started, but you might be able to stop it. We're making you into a leader the people can trust. Someone to look up to. Someone to blame! Once I'm gone, things usually get bad quickly. Lots of defections, lots of carnage, but with you at the helm, things will be different. This time, I'll beat him. I can't stand losing, and I don't mind cheating.
Yeah.
Ta, come visit again, or I'll pluck out your eyes.
Yeah, I have to agree on him not minding cheating. Because, he's honestly the main antagonist in the Mages Guild questline for Elder Scrolls Online. And he cheats there.
Sheep returns to the flock. The great torch flares with the light of dementia. All of Crucible will be celebrating tonight. Here, take this. The reward you have earned. Quickly now. It's best if no one knows you wear this.
It's a raiment of intrigue. That R looked an awful lot like a K there. A K-ment of intrigue. What the heck is that?
Once more, the Isles are protected by the will of Arden Sul. Interesting. Not many wish to hear about such things, but I would be glad to oblige. Becoming the Duke of Dementia requires passage through the ritual of accession. Specific guidelines set forth by Arden Sul himself.
And who was Arden Sul?
Seldom is the subject ever Wait a moment. Did you want to hear the history of the ritual?
I was about to say seldom is the subject ever broken. But please, explain the ritual's history.
As it happened so many years ago, my lord Arden Sul suspected a traitor in his midst. Not wishing to find himself on the wrong end of a blade, he gathered his flock here in the Sacellum. By poisoning the sacramental wine, Arden Sul was able to suppress any such conspiracy in one fell swoop. Yes, he then removed their hearts from their bodies and used his ancient scrying technique known as visceromancy to read their lifeblood. When Arden Sul couldn't divine the traitor's true nature in their hearts, he became distraught and took his own life in the same way. From that day on, the ritual of accession for the throne of Dementia was set. Very well. Spoken like a true son of the Demented. To become the ruler of Dementia, the current leader's heart must be cut out and brought to the altar of Arden Sul in the Sacellum. Once this is done, I can pronounce the heart-bearer a duke or duchess. Then, all that is required is the blessing of our lord, Sheogorath.
Can I have that?
I'm disappointed in your choice. Why you would choose to honor the fetid madness of Dementia is beyond my understanding.
Oh,
Please, go on.
nice. Alright, so...
I doubt it. Oh, that's great! That works for me.
Alright.
Yes, Arden Sul. Doesn't the name simply roll wonderfully off the tongue?
Kinda does.
He was the sovereign of thought and a regnant artist. To call him a simple craftsman would not suffice. Know him as the Artificer Superior. Words dripped like honey from his tongue, and his songs were intoned with extraordinary verisimilitude. Had we been blessed with his constant presence, the Isles would be a maniac's paradise.
But he's also
an important part of our history, my friend. I would be glad to tell the tale if you have a moment. Arden Sul was perhaps the greatest duke to walk our land. Many years ago, he decided to hold a night of absolute indulgence, resplendent with dance, wine, and sex, to celebrate his fondness.
Is this the same event from a different angle?
The green moat flowed like water in a stream as the revelers voraciously succumbed to its rapturous ways.
Wait, green moat? Yeah, this hardly sounds lethal.
Ah, but it was. As the bacchanal reached a crescendo, the people began to clutch their chests as their very hearts exploded. The green moat had taken its toll. The ground stained a deep crimson as the sanguine liquid flowed from their lifeless bodies. To represent that night, when the ruler of Mania is to be replaced, he partakes of the green moat and allows his lifeblood to flow upon the altar.
You just told me what to do.
When the ruler of Mania has decided it is time, he will choose a successor from his court. The successor is invited to a huge celebration, a night of hedonistic revelry, wine, song, and of course, green moat. During this, the exiting regent imbibes 3 doses of the potent drug. This causes his heart to burst, and his lifeblood flows from his body. The successor then gathers the drug-tainted blood and brings it to the altar of Arden Sul in the Sacellum. Once this is done, I will proclaim the successor a duke or duchess. Then Sheogorath gives his blessing, and the cycle is completed.
So, I think Syl is worse for our people than Thaden. Thaden kind of seems to just be chill up in his palace. I saw him briefly, but it didn't seem like he was doing too much for his people, but he wasn't trying to harm them, unlike Syl. Yeah.
You're back! How nice for you! Does that mean you've made a decision? Or are you lost? Suicidal? Just let me know. A friendly word of warning before you choose. Once you've decided which duke to replace, there's no turning back. One choice. No more. No less. Try not to do something stupid. So which is it? What will it be? Mania? Dementia? The suspense is killing me! Or you, if I have to keep waiting. A dangerous choice. I like it! She's gotten to be a bit much anyway. Thinks everyone is out together. Which they are in this case. So be it.
Ah, it's so wonderful.
Syl is as crafty as she is beautiful. I'd watch my back if I were you. Oh, this is so much fun!
Unless they get a sneak attack on me. Even if they do, I don't know if it'd kill me. No, it probably would. What? I think it would. It was with a dagger. A Daedric dagger. I think it would kill me. So, master sneak attacks. Ignore armor. That's the main point. If it's not a Master Sneak attack, 85% damage reduction. Won't do jack shit. But if they have 100 sneak, I get the sneak attack off. With a dagger, mind you. That's 16 times damage. No armor mitigation. That's already like 50-ish damage. I'll be generous and just say it's 50 for easy math. Times 10 is 500. Add on like another half of that. There's like 300 for the 6. 800 damage. I've got like 660 health, so that would be an instant kill. Probably don't have to worry about that because I've only ever seen like 2 or 3 NPCs ever actually sneak around here. But you know. Probably don't have to worry about that, but I'm just saying that's like the one thing that I think could just straight up kill me. But I also have Master Sneak, and Sneak is what determines detection, as well as speed. So, like, ER. I also have Detect Life if I'm really cautious. So yeah, that's that. I should put Detect Life on Spectral Warrior's helmet. I should do that.
It'll be in full swing soon. Excited?
Yes.
Shouldn't be. It's the death of all things.
That's still something to be
But
excited about.
if we can get you into shape, we might stand a chance. You'll lead my forces, inspire my people. Hopefully, everyone won't end up dead.
I'll bring him back.
He'll be here soon, and I'll be gone. Can't say I like the sound of that. I like the sound of other things, though, like birds and bones cracking. We will speak when your task is complete.
The poet, he didn't even know it. Alright, so what's that? Stone marker. Ah. I already know the best way to get close enough to kill her. That is 100% Chameleon Mercy. Stab her in the front. This is Bliss, right? Seems like Bliss. Don't worry, I'll be slow. Death is always looming for sprinting. Now, I thought about putting paralysis into weakness, because of course that'd be great, but you know how I feel about making combat too easy. Like, sure, it's nice to be more powerful, but when you get to a point where you're not really, when you're just hitting the I win button, I'd like to be hitting at least a couple of buttons. Not just one. Yeah, I already kind of know why. Oh, is it raining outside? Raining outside, that's why. But yeah, one of the graphics mods is like all natural weather or something. And one of the components is that it lets you see outside windows when you're indoors. As in, it like renders an outside cell. It doesn't like render fully what's outside, it's mostly just a void, but like you can see through the windows, and the weather comes in, and the lighting. And the weather affects the lighting, because the light's no longer just coming from internal sources, but also from external sources. One of the downsides, though, is that it has incredibly, ridiculously unoptimized rain for indoors, so it always causes low FPS.
Oh, what is it you require? Tell me more.
Okay. Wait. Legendary capture.
What is it you require? I suppose I should be grateful working in the palace with her, but I can't stand having to constantly look over my shoulder.
This is why I want to
I
replace
don't know
her.
if she has it in for me or not. I think she is in constant fear of being replaced. Yes, I see you may have what it takes to replace her. Very well. What is it you need from me? That may be difficult. Syl has been hidden from public sight lately. However, I can give you something that may help.
A disguise?
Take this key. It should unlock any door in her wing of the palace. You still need to be wary of her seducer guards, but it should help.
Oh, that's actually a great help.
I bid you.
You know, I foiled the plot to get her murdered before, and now I'm the one plotting the murder.
Ah,
Different
good to
reasons,
see you
though.
again. She is staying well out of sight. No need to take unnecessary risks. I maintain a close watch on her. She fears that Sheogorath no longer favors her presence and wants her replaced.
She doesn't seem to be truly
Take
against
heed
her,
to the knife
so...
that strikes from behind.
So I will. What about this? Private gardens? Maybe private gardens. That leads into shit. That leads into Shoggoth's territory. This leads into somewhere. Alright, so Mercy is my assassination dagger. It has 1 point more base damage than Daedric dagger. Hello. Good morning, Russia. And it has 35 damage health and soul trap on there because soul trap. But it's very low durability and very low weight. It's meant purely for assassinations. So I got the key. I think I can just look around for her though. We are. Let's see, Duchess's quarters. The blade is out. I cannot see it, and neither can you. Neither can she. Neither can she. Neither can anyone.
Don't be fooled. The ritual isn't over. The body on the bed isn't Syl, but merely an impersonator. The real Syl uses many such decoys to throw would-be killers off her trail.
Didn't quite look like her.
Syl has
But it was
a way
named
of
Syl.
escape through the hidden tunnel in the gardens outside her quarters. She must not get away! Be wary. I fear that her escape may be a ruse to lure you into an ambush.
That sounds like Syl. Oh, alright. So I'm saying. Assassin dagger. Alright, I'm gonna like recast my buffs and then recast my chameleon. Oh, I need to like... helping him out. I'm still invisible right in front of him, so it looks like I don't have to be 100%. Oh yeah, it's like every time I hit somebody with this, I think it loses 1 point of damage. That's how the durability is. Yeah, it's a custom weapon I made in the CS. Balanced like that. Where the heck am I going with? Yes. Ooh. How cool. Nope. 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 Interesting. Oh, communion's almost out. It's been a while since you've been on a stream. Welcome back. It's been a while since I've seen you in chat. Hi there. I do have absorb. Honestly, this would be really scary though. Like to face against this. Oh boy. It's like the durability is getting pretty down then. Communion should be almost out though. There it goes. Now I'm back up to 100. I do want to go and check out the rest though. Like, I might increase the health of it to 50. So I don't have to repair as often, but if I increase the health too much, then it becomes usable in upfront combat, and that's what I do not want. And it takes priority over convenience. Or quality of life. Oh, is this a civilian? Hi there. Yep, there goes one good stack. Next stack should appear pretty soon. Ah, there it is. Alright, also the number of charges it has is low too, or rather the usage. Yeah, I've got 10 swings left on this. Or I have to, like, use... Is there a star, I think? I think I have the star. Oh, this is a very long escape tunnel. Ah, there's a guard. Oh, you almost got a heal off. And the damage health finished you off. So at least the civilian subterranean. The guard, though, was to here. Oh, it's out. Whatever. Laser fixed. Oh, still sees me. Okay, like, you get hit. There's my dagger. Alright, I got disarmed. Standard procedure is to just keep fighting disarmed. Shouldn't be too long to kill her. There it goes. Should have kept it up. Would have been a great moment to just stab her in the back, you know? Where is the last save? Save is... Oh, Zerathar, not Civilian. Ah, Nerve Shatter. That's a good enchantment. Not as strong as the ones I'm... Actually, it's more base damage, but the weaknesses are lower. Alright, I want to get that perfect assassination off, so... Autosave. Oh! Oh, is it here? Okay, not gonna bother then. I said I'm not gonna bother, I meant I'm not gonna bother with... What's that do? I don't know, but I gotta have to recast these now. There we are. There's 60 seconds. Oh, this is far back, ain't it? Oh, you barely survived. Ooh, just got her. Yeah, alright, should be wearing off about now. Here we are, Zerathard. Or Casserathard. Casserathard, I don't know. X is an abysmal letter. Oh, I need to repair this, don't I? Getting dull. I got like 20 seconds left. Perfect. Alright. And recast. And recast. And recast. And recast. You can see why I don't do stealth too much.
I am fighting you to the death!
Yeah, that was what I wanted to do. Not what happened though. Now then, whether to go back to the old timeline or stick with the new one, kind of the same though. Just a question of how I killed Syl. New timeline. Ooh, that is hard hitting. 78. Oh, I think... Yeah, I did adjust nerve shatter. That was in the CS. There we go. Now it's sheathed. Now instead of going backwards, we're going to go forwards. Ooh. Anyway, this won't do too much damage to undead, though. They don't take the bonus damage. So it's best if I just... This is like how invisibility should work in games, by the way. Where it's like, you see through them, but you can still see them. At least in any kind of competitive game, that is. Ooh. Oh, traps. I'll just let the absorb do his thing. Should probably power attack them. You know, I was pretty, thinking about it right now, I was pretty, what was it, conservative with the enchantment here. So the only thing I did, when I increased the damage on these, be at the tier they're at, the only thing that I really changed by the enchantment was I doubled the base damage from 10 to 20. Weaknesses are the same as what you'd get at the level 25 range or whatever it was before. Because I didn't know how much it could increase by that amount. And so I'm honestly thinking of maybe like taking some grand, common, some greater, common, lesser, and petty soul gems, enchanting with those, and seeing what I get, end up making a linear progression upwards, and then extrapolate that onto these enchantments. Because I can change these. Oh, right, I need Beautiful Magicka for that. Hello, hello. that is a lot of undead. Place is really falling apart. Not a magic third. There's a fourth. Yeah, that's better than smack them around a few times. Now, just be sure, I have been in here, right? Yes, I have, except not quite that way. Or the map didn't fill out, I don't know which. Yes, just head straight here. Oh, I see. Cell, I think. Alright, 2. It is good enough. Okay, where? Where would be the switch for this? Nope, that's not the switch for that. Not the switch for this either. Alright, fuck it. I'm gonna clip. Hello. I'm gonna go outside, because it seems like there's an hostile in there. I'm supposed to access at some point. Guess a zealot of some kind. Can't see me through the floor. Guess it's just an ascended zealot. Well, because there's actually something behind here, I will not go through it. See, I kept seeing this, and I'm like, well, what the fuck's there? Maybe it's just a little dead end that they didn't remove because it was part of the prefab cell or something. Well, I no-clipped because I didn't see the switch anywhere, but now that I know there's actually content behind there, I won't no-clip through it. Just need to know where the hell the switch is. It is a switch. And there's over yonder, right? Yeah, the Orphans don't respawn, do they? That bothers me. I feel like they should respawn. If we're gonna be realistic about them, then no, they shouldn't. The Orphans should take many, many years for them to fully regain themselves, but this is a game. And in games, Orphans are usually the renewable resources. Oh hey, I got him to aggro me. See, I told you. You can see me through walls with the light spell. Well, maybe she'll open up the door for me now. Doesn't seem like she will, though. Nope. I can hit you. Oh, I just spammed it too fast. There she goes. Oh. Wow, hidden in plain sight. Where'd she die? Oh, over here. I'm not gonna push that just yet. For now. Ooh. Is that why she saw me through the floor? Probably why she saw me through the floor.
You helped us at Silarn. The Mazkin do not forget their friends.
Apparently they do.
For the Mad God!
Like a dark bow. Alright, you're seeing. I'm picking up nothing on Detect Life. You're picking up something, I see. Oh, that's because you're way above. Wonder, will I end up fighting the entire city guard, though? If I just go back through the main way? It seems like all the Mazkin are against me right now. This is not the way to go. Oh, hello. Yes, I am still in the Shivering Isles. Oh, why is the frame rate going bad? There we go. But, oh, it's something over here. Okay, this is really strange. There it goes. I guess kind of follow the arrow, right? Where's the release switch? Probably here, right? So yeah, I've already done what was in the title. You did. Person you asked the question. After all, it's phrased rhetorically. Oh, I got turned around. Here we are. I don't know if I should, like, carve my way through the palace or if I should sneak my way through. Hi there.
Your safe return speaks volumes of your success. The Lady Syl has fallen? Can this be? I admit I had my doubts about you, but something told me I was doing the right thing. Many thanks.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like too bad a position.
Do my eyes deceive? So, the cycle begins anew, and the Duchess of Dementia has fallen.
Yes, do you want to die
Just
too?
remember, it was I that assisted you. I expect that will carry some favor under your rule.
Didn't ask you for assistance, though. Whatever. Now then, will the mask attack me? Or are the masking cleared away? I should go through the mania half. Oriel shouldn't be openly hostile. Ooh, bloody. Very bloody. Did the old priest die? Oh no, he's right there. Why is it all bloodied?
Your task is nearly complete. All that's left is to touch the altar and let Arden Sul devour the Duchess's heart.
You have things to do. Talking to me isn't one of them.
Oh, I beg to disagree.
We will speak when your task is complete.
That had an unexpected jiggle to it. Yep, and so it dissolves. Did that shoot me with something?
Once again has the ritual of accession come full circle. The heart of Syl has been consumed by Arden Sul's will, and the Demented welcome you with open arms. I now declare you to be Duke of Dementia of the Shivering Isles. May your wrath and anger be your guide. Pleasure and pain, my lord.
You have done it! The ritual is complete, and you've survived! Oh, who'd have thought? Now, on to other...
More pressing matters?
Wait, I must speak. Halt! Cease! Desist!
Vaden! How dare you interrupt me? Only I interrupt me. Like just then. I'm speaking with someone.
Oh, voice line cut out.
Guards! I think Vaden forgot how to use the door. Kindly show him out. before I forget myself.
Can I move?
Syl? My... Syl is dead? This can't be right. Is this right? What have you done? Have you done this?
Hold your tongue, little Duke, or I'll tear it from your mouth.
But this stranger? Someone new? From somewhere else? Not here. I'm sure of that. I don't understand. Or I can't.
Calm yourself, Thaden. You're making my teeth itch. You still hold your office. I suggest you see to your duties.
Ridiculous. You can't do this, although you're omnipotent or just tall. It's one of the two, I'm sure. And a fool.
Fool? Visionary! Change is in the air, Thaden. Breathe it deep. Bathe in its scent. Bottle it up. Save some for later.
Order approaches. It's taken the fringe already, with order clothes and order hats. And you speak of change?
Change will preserve us. It is the lifeblood of the Isles. It will move mountains. It will mount movements.
No, certainly not. This isn't good. I'm sure it's bad. I can't do this anymore. No more.
Then go, Thaden. Have your green wood. Take a bath. But leave.
Yes, that's it. I'll go. Away, far away.
No! Let him go.
Enough. I go to Jiggalag. I give myself to him as a priest of order. This isn't done, Mad God. I think it's just started.
That's unfortunate. He was a chill dude.
Wondering why I let him go, aren't ya? I can see it in your face. Mostly in the eyes. I may take those from you when this is done. This has never happened before. The ruler of Mania, turning traitor. Unprecedented. But different is good. A new act in this play. Maybe we're onto something here. We'll see how it plays out. It can't be worse than what's happened before.
Yeah, fine enough.
I do. I did. And I won't say it again. But that's enough about that. You're the ruler of dementia. Just look at you. You're positively beaming.
In my pure black armor.
You now have the power to summon dark seducers. They've always served the Duke of Dementia. I think they have a thing for pain.
I could already summon them, though.
And here is the Ring of Lordship, a symbol of your new station. Symbols are important. They carry weight in this realm, and others. You would be well served to remember that. He was right about that. I can feel it. In my bones. The little ones. The Grey March has swept the fringe. Order gathers its forces there as we speak. And I hate when people gather forces in my fringe. You'll need to put an end to that. Stop them. My army should already be there. But I want you to see what you can do to help. If they continue to marshal their forces there, we won't be able to contain them. Make sure they can't!
Easy enough, as long as no one stands in the line of fire of all my spells. Like they do half the time.
It swept the fringe! That's not good! See if you can't hold them off there, because if you can't, everyone is going to die.
Well, I won't.
No pressure. They'll get more and more active as the Grey March continues. If they've already taken the fringe, they must have one there already.
On what?
Really?
Oh, right,
hate
obelisks,
those
right.
things.
Yeah, I asked about obelisks.
Congratulations!
Alright. Now, what does that ring do? Endurance, resist poison, chameleon 10%. Didn't use chameleon to get to her. Seems mostly like stuff I should dispatch, though. Alright, what to sell? Alright, we don't need the flawless pearls anymore, which is fantastic. So I can go back to selling all the gemstones. Here we'll go. All these extra weapons. And the... Did I pick up any Dark Seducer equipment? I don't think I did. Keep the Hearts of Order. Alright, now for recharging. Okay, so Eaglip has 280, so that's going to be 20, so I think like a grand and a common? Now, what do I already have filled? That's right, I haven't been using Soul Capture lately, so those soul gems will stay unfilled for a while. A common should be good. So I think a common was 5. No, it's 750. I need a lesser. Alright, that's Eclipse fully charged. Alright, and there's Fastnickel and Durin. Azurin's still fully charged. Oh. Mercy needs... We'll get a Zora Star. Okay, so... Yeah, Grand and the Common should be enough for the rest. 2 grand and 2 common. Yep, that's enough. Alright, I have 1 unused common, and the rest are unfilled. Where to store them, though? I'll take them with me. Not carrying a bunch of black soul gems yet, so I think I'll go back from my tuned weakness to regular weakness, or should I use divine? Divine retribution, I think. For a bit. I do indeed want those souls.
I welcome you, Your Grace.
Oh, and also I'll use Durin first this time, and switch over to Soul Inferno. There we
How
are.
may I be of service? Pleasure and pain be with you.
You've made your choice and forsaken the name Arden Sul. Please, leave me be.
Arden Soul seems to be for... I don't get what Arden Soul's about. I also don't get what's up with the bloodstains. Oh, off to the fringe. Before we blast off, just make sure these timers are maxed out. Alright, and then just 2 stacks. I don't think this will wear off by the time we get there. Nope. Alright. We still have half time left. Oh, I grossly overestimated the amount of time it would take to run here. Oh, this place looks way different. Passwall may have been attacked. I think Passwall was indeed attacked. Ooh, this reminds me of the Soul Cairn. Alright. Okay, speed's almost gone now. There we are. Speed's gone. Oh well, we're playing base throwing away. Wait, are these male seducers?
Your Grace, we didn't expect you here. Grakendo Udako is in command. You should speak with her.
First time seeing male seducers. Alright. Nope, you don't fight.
Your Grace, the situation is grim. Passwall is under attack. We are outmatched and outnumbered.
I'll fight them
Last
alone.
night, as dusk fell, the spire at the center of town became active. Soon after, the area around it began to crystallize and change. It wasn't long after that the knights came. You've seen the spire in Passwall. It is believed to be a monument from times past, but its true purpose appears to be more sinister. It appears to be a source of power for these invaders, a portal, or some sort of gate. I don't know. If we cannot disable or destroy it somehow, I do not think that we can stop this invasion.
Do you think a big-ass fireball can destroy it?
I do have an idea how we might be able to stop them, but for now our primary concern must be our survival. I've been losing Mazkin with each attack, and I'm down to nothing but men. We are pinned down here. If we lose, the gates of madness will fall. If the gates fall, the enemy will flood into the Isles. We will be helpless to stop them. Now that you've arrived, perhaps we can slow them down. We cannot talk now. We don't have very long until the next wave arrives. Even though I have served with these Mazkin for decades as the Duke of Dementia, it is your right to command the troops. Command them if you will, or leave it to me. Either way, make haste. Our time is short.
How do I issue orders?
Speak to each of the Mazkin to give them orders. The front line will arm themselves with axes of war. They will hold the line against the enemy's charge. Those who you designate as archers will head to the rear and keep their distance when the enemy draws close. Those with blades and shields will hold the flank. When the enemy draws near, they will close in and attack.
I trust your judgment.
I thank you for your trust. In your name and for the sake of the Shivering Isles, I shall not disappoint you. Inspect the battlefield and provide what aid you can to the troops. Speak with me when you feel that they are ready for battle. Mazkin, form up. For the sake of your sorry male hides, move! Move! Are you prepared for battle, Your Grace?
like a few moments.
Provide what aid you can, but I beg you to make haste. The enemy does not wait long between attacks.
Just like to reiterate, it was my first time playing the Isles, so I ain't seen jack shit of this. Of course, the big story beats are spoiled, because of course they are. This game's been out for like 13 years now, but... Dusha, I really don't know. We do have one dead. Did I take your weapons? Oh, I took everything on you. Wouldn't be worth much alive. Unless you guys are already dead. I don't know, I'll take the Heart's Order. Did you know that over... Oh, that spire. This place looks a hell of a lot different, though.
Were you able to provide the Maskin with aid? We have little in the way of supplies here. No healing, no restoration. If you've done all that you can do, are you prepared for battle?
I'm quite enjoying it. It's all been far more interesting than... At least far more memorable than vanilla. It's shorter, though. That might be my one gripe. It's like... It's by no means a terribly small place, but when you run as fast as I do, it's very, very small for me.
Very well. I have a feeling that we will not need to wait long for the next attack.
I forgot another buff. Oh, can I get it? Escort? Maybe escort. Not that. Where's armor? Escort. Oh, don't freaking absorb it. Can only cast this like twice reasonably fast. Alright, whatever. You guys got what you got. Oh, that's just an instant kill. Any hearts? You have a heart. Oh, yeah, missed it. Yeah. Honestly, I waited until I was about max level before I did anything of real note, even in Cyrodiil. So, usually finish things pretty quickly. Alright. Let's make sure I don't hit allies with this. Did we lose anybody else? I don't think we did. Oh, maybe we lost one guy. Oh, there he is. And lay on hands. Full heal.
Victory is ours, for the moment. We must discuss our next move. The Spire is obviously their source of power. This battle will not end until we find a way to shut it down.
I'm thinking, I mean, if this were more realistic, I mean, more of a simulation, I'd try just blasting it to smithereens with my spells, but mechanics-wise, maybe if I shove a bunch of Heart's Order inside.
I am not certain, but do not lose heart. I have an idea. The ruins of Zedafin run under Passwall. The entrance to the south of the town has been sealed for centuries. One of my scouts reported that the ruins have been opened recently, and a number of these knights are now guarding the entrance. If we attempt to assault Zedafin, Passwall will be overrun and we will lose the Fringe.
What if I go alone?
Additionally, our forces are dangerously thin. We have no idea what opposition may await us inside. A frontal assault is not an option.
For you.
Your insight is impressive. While we draw their attention here, you should be able to slip inside Zedafin.
Well, try not to die.
Once inside, search for the source of the Spire's power. It must be underground somewhere. Once you find it, destroy it. Good luck, Your Grace. May the voice of the hidden guide you to the way. The Knights are relentless. We are the only thing standing between them and the total destruction of the Fringe.
I'll say, this really does remind me a lot of the Soul Cairn from Skyrim. And for once, that's a good thing. So Soul Cairn was a pretty unique place.
This town has stood on the edge of the Shivering Isles since they were born from the mists of time. For our purposes, it serves as a defensible outpost. That is, against typical enemies who can know pain, torment, and death. You've seen the spire in Passwall. It is believed to be a monument from times past, but its true purpose appears to be more sinister. It seems to be a source of power for these invaders, a portal or some sort of gate. I don't know. If we cannot disable or destroy it...
You've definitely said all that before.
Walk with our Lord.
Alright, I'm assuming... I see the cave on the compass over there. But maybe... that's only popping up oh. All the icons are gone. I guess we are in a different instance, aren't we? Ooh, oh, that's actually a lot of different... Huh. I feel like if I leave them alone for too long, they'll get wiped out. But, oh, the Gardens of Flesh and Bone. Again. Gatekeeper here. Still needs a key, so it's still for later. I'm guessing that's the... yeah, it seems like the portal out. At the very least, there's no Gromites. Don't like Gromites. It's Death Dealers. Feel way too... They have as much HP as like an ogre or goblin war chief, but they actually have good skill with blocking. So it feels like they have like twice or thrice the HP. Don't feel good. Hi there. Alright, that doesn't do much, because that'll do more. Anything else over here? Probably using my... There's my targets. Boop. And boop. And boop. Oh! Did I miss or did you not die? Maybe you absorbed it. Or reflected it. I don't know. These things happen. Oh, cool, they killed the Gromites. That's actually fantastic. So you're dead. Ah, you guys are probably absorbing something. Or you're very resistant to it. I don't know, either one. Ooh, Order Priest is actually dead. Neat. Oh, it's just more crystals. I hear that sound and think maybe like a pathway is going to get closed off or something. I don't know. I feel like it should be something more drastic than just little environment change. Like an enemy spawn. Trap. Something, I don't know. Hi. Back. Oh. should probably cut them first before I slap them. Yeah, the spell is called Divine Retribution, but I call it Divine Slap. Even though I'm the one who made the spell and named it Divine Retribution. Just like a backhand slap to the face that instantly kills. Doesn't necessarily instantly kill, it just deals like 600 damage or something, which is enough to kill most things. Oh, hi there. Oh, yes I can. I'm sure this must be quite the grueling slog in vanilla combat. As you can see, I have power beyond belief. Well, it's cool seeing that happen. I still expect it to kind of like block a way out or something. More than just, I don't know. Yeah, there have been very few places that actually challenge me this level. Hi there. Yes, I did go this way. Ooh, alright, let me just... Don't think I got both of you. Oh, I got the paralysis. Still died, though. Like, I think I can go through, like... Not just sneak, but I mean like fight my way through an Oblivion Gate in I think 5 minutes. I remember there being like one instant that was like 8 minutes I recorded. Yeah, so I'm guessing you could have bypassed and the enemies didn't feel like fighting. Again, I have the same stuff. I mean, I've got... I don't have a bow on me, but that's never stopped me before. Hi there.
What? It's you. I remember you. What are you doing down here? How did you get past the knights?
I killed them all.
When they attacked, I ran from Passwall. They didn't say a word. They just started killing. The screams. By the staff, you can't imagine the screams. Fellas and I slipped down here, thinking we'd be safe. But no, we landed right in the middle of them. Fellas ran off with them and left me to die. Me! That ingrate. Disloyal cur. Imagine leaving me here all alone.
I don't think they took Fellas. I think Fellas defected to an Order Priest. Probably one of the couple I killed on the way down.
Every time I look for a way out, I get twisted around and end up back here. But I'm too smart for them. You seem to have no trouble, though. Look at you. Barely a scratch. You'd be the perfect person to protect me.
Both of these are valid things to say, but for right now, I don't think right now with Order Knights coming at me is the time to insult him.
This place is a nightmare. Knights everywhere, these priests, and whatever they've done to fellas. Listen, those people in Passwall need me. Can you imagine how they'd ever get along if I died down here?
Yeah. Yeah, right now, you stay here.
What? Here? Are you kidding? I'm not staying here. If you don't want to help me, fine. I'll get out of here on my own.
Yeah, that bow feels a lot less damage than my sword and my spells. I mean, this is still a decent sneak attack weapon, but for upfront combat, it doesn't seem that good anymore, anyways. I gotta get on to learning scripting now, because I want to make a growth weapon for this game. He already ran off. Oh well, I killed all the knights, so it should be fine. What I'm getting at with the growth weapon, though, is... started thinking that, because I'm going to do Maskar's Oblivion Overhaul for the second playthrough. And I have all these max level weapons that I made specifically for this character at this point in the game. And I don't know when I should pick them up in the new playthrough, or if I even should, because they'll definitely be way overpowered at the start. But I do want custom weapons. So then I thought, well, why not just make a weapon that goes with me? I've been thinking a leveled weapon, and that would be a prototype. That could kind of work. Not quite what I want. What I want is one where it's like, the more you kill stuff with it, the more you hit stuff with it, the stronger it gets kind of weapon. Not one that's leveled to you. That levels up on its own with use. That's what I'd like to make. I'll probably have to, like, force myself to make that before I can go into second playthrough. Yeah, that's way faster. Oh, is that it? Am I like unable to... Ooh, yes, let's use one. Yeah, put one inside. So I have to go up there? I have to jump up to get it. No. I wonder if the priest is actually dead. I'd assume that priest is tied to this obelisk. He's way over here, though. Way over here. Yeah, I can harvest him. Alright. Is that enough? Maybe. Oh, that's enough. Alright, time to blast. Oh boy. Oh wait, what? The exit changed? Oh. Oh, hi there. Yeah, like, falling debris deals like a percentage health damage. It's untyped, so I actually take a lot of damage from that. These guys are unleveled, aren't they? Ah, there still are parts I haven't been to. I don't care if it's collapsing, I must explore everything. Oh, it doesn't seem like there's actually much I can do. Oh wait, here... kind of. Yeah, that's that. Alright. I'll take care of that night. I'll go over here. Oh, hello. Alright, so that just leaves kinda over here. I think was, yes, just a dead-end wall. Oh, you actually got me. Not damage-wise, just... you've postponed your death. I don't know what that'll do, but it should do something. Ah, that's what did. Ah, there goes my summon. Oh, I could almost jump on top. Yeah, I'll jump on top though. Where was it? No, not softly. Oh gosh. God, doesn't jive well with my enlightenment. Oh god. Hello. Ow. Ow. This debris is not doing as much damage as I thought it would. That's not what I wanted to do. There we go. Oh, I see the battle's still going on. Oh, you're still alive. Oh, he got disarmed. Cool. I have to be very careful in these melees. Just one wrong hit and somebody's dying.
Your Grace, you're alive.
Of course I am. Wonder where the mayor went.
You're alive.
Your seducers are at the ready. Your Grace, you're alive. Truly, you are the greatest warrior ever to hold the seat of dementia. I was certain that no one could survive the spire's collapse, but here you are. By the staff, you are more than worthy to lead us. I fear that our work is not yet done. The area is still overrun with knights that were not destroyed in the spire. You should return to the palace and speak with Sheogorath. Ask him how he plans to defend this realm.
He's still around, that is. Also, where's the mayor?
Yes, what I miss. Everything is just so desolate. My inn is ruined and... oh, it's terrible! Take care.
Oh, I can at least heal your wounds.
The seducers are at the ready.
The mayor, get out? It doesn't really bug me if he didn't, though. More of a comedic relief character than anything. Alright, I'm gonna take the slowish standard speed just to see how much order is spread to the rest of the realm. There's a failed soul gem. I think Hunkers were Grand Souls? Oh, is there a star, right? Back here, you damn hunger corpse. Got something to use you for. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Oh, I don't get a new soul from it. Thought I could exploit that. Hello there, Elijah. Have a second one. Well, things seem kind of normal so far. Oh, that's just a pain bringer, isn't it? Let's see, how are the gems now? Greater's filled, Grands are filled. You're not going to get much else soul-wise with gems this small. So we go back to Tuned Weakness and straight fire damage. 26 uses left. Is it really that? I mean, I've been closing obelisks whenever I see them. I mean, those have been increasing for sure. Like, oh, there's a new obelisk. Yeah, so I'll just, if I does not respond, there we are. Put one in. Where's the second one? Second one. Alright, now we find the priest. Eh. Oh, you both survived. Shouldn't now, though. Is the priest somewhere? Priest, I think, is way over there, though. Seems like. No, that's a golden. That's a golden saint. Ah, does this one actually not have a priest? Yeah, I just keep closing these, so Raymar shouldn't have spread too much. At least no more than normal, maybe. Yeah. Well, I could check for corpses. Still have to detect life up. Those are probably those are Mazkin. No, that's right. You're just dead in one fireball. And those are two Orioles that are just out here. Along half the aisles. Of order. Oh, there's the priest of order. When did he die? Probably during the bunch of fireballs, but I mean, which one specifically killed him?
Your seducers are at the
Just say there is a while left in this playthrough because there is the one mod I found. Well, I forget which one. I think it was Not Bored I was showing to Epilex's mod list, and I saw at the end a couple of long story mods, and one of them we can do after the Isles. After that, I don't, unless I find another mod, that should be it for this playthrough. And then the Stranded Light, whenever that finishes. Which I've learned is actually over 100 quests, surprisingly. Like, not a whole lot of new content, like dungeon-wise or land-wise, but lore-wise, that's a shit ton of stuff. Yeah, after Oblivion, though, I'm not quite sure what I'll stream. There's Morrowind I should be getting, I guess, in the coming months. Where's that? There's Skyrim Special Edition to mod. I'm not quite gonna go straight into the Moo playthrough immediately after this, though. I'm gonna break with something else. Ah, okay. So that's something to look out for. I don't know, might hop around games for a bit. The Skyrim Special Edition I still have to go find mods for. No way in Oblivion am I playing vanilla Skyrim. Ever again.
Your seducers are
I found summon Haskell at all. Beyond when I first got the spell.
Always a pleasure. Yes, is there something you require? In the Fringe, you can see for yourself the devastation that accompanies the Grey March. Let us hope you are up to the task of stopping it.
Well, I see why it's called the Grey in the March now, though.
The appearance of the Knights of Order heralds the beginning of the Grey March. As Lord Sheogorath feared, our time grows ever shorter. Although they are not composed of flesh, as you know it, like any other enemy, they can be destroyed with sword and spell. Separate the meat from bone, and they will die. When they do so, their crystalline hearts often remain intact. These hearts are a source of power for the Agents of Order. You may find them quite useful in certain situations. Unlike typical invaders, the Knights do not arrive by conventional means. Instead, they enter the Shivering Isles through conduits into this realm. These crystalline obelisks have existed throughout the realm for all of eternity. You will find they become more active as the Grey March progresses. Lord Sheogorath has never succeeded in doing so. They continue to grow in numbers until Jiggalag himself arrives. Their advance can be slowed. By destroying the obelisks, the knights lose their conduits into the Isles. Very well, Your Grace. Will there be anything else? The obelisks operate by reflecting and focusing energies in order to create a portal to this realm. They can be overloaded and rendered inert by placing the crystalline hearts of the knights into the obelisk itself. Each heart will increase the power of the obelisk until it eventually overloads and shuts down, closing the portal.
Just like the Prince will order to include a failsafe.
My work is never done.
I think any other obelisk would just explode when you overload it.
News of your success in the Fringe precedes you. To further cement the victory, I have an important task for you to perform. You will seek the assistance of Relmina Vernum in Zalselm to rebuild the Gatekeeper. You remember? The creature you killed to get in here.
You mean my summon killed? I
With the
just sat back
Gatekeeper
and watched.
restored and Zedillion in operation, we won't have to worry about anything getting in. Things already here are another matter. You'll need to speak with Relmina Vernum. She'll help you with your task. Strange woman has some unusual tastes.
I know, she's into you
That
sexually.
done, the Fringe should be secure. For now. I can feel things start to get a little hairy. And not in the good way, like on your head. A powerful sorceress. Maybe a genius. And a complete lunatic. All in all, my kind of person. I brought her to my realm so she could continue to study her sixth element. Honestly, I didn't know there were 5 already.
Yeah,
She's a bit obsessed with it. And with me. Makes dealing with her difficult. You shouldn't have any problems, though. No one likes you that much.
Aw. Yeah, I only know like fire, frost, shock. I mean, I guess there's just straight magic damage. Maybe there's oblivion damage. That's 5. Physical could make it 6, and there's like poison type damage, disease damage. Oh, I think we're already past 5. I think we're on 7 now. But that's actually damage types that were added in online. For Oblivion, though, I mean, there's damage, health, there's fire, frost, shock, straight physical damage. Guess that makes 5. Unless you count poison as a 6th.
It's all moving faster than I'd expect. And I'm good at expecting. Things are getting a bit thin. Get that gatekeeper in place. And do it quickly! I'm not sure how much time I have left! He's almost here. I can feel it! You won't like him as much as me. He doesn't even carry a cane! More the giant bone-cleaving sword type of prince. If he's on his way, I'm on my way out. I already feel... not quite myself. Not quite someone else, but not quite myself. It's essential. Simply essential. If only it were essentially simple, but it's not. I want him there guarding those gates. If any of Jiggleag's forces show up, he should be ready for them. It wouldn't do to just let them in if more show up. And more always show up. Still and all, I think things are going well, considering. Go talk to Relmina in Zalselm. Tell her you're working for me. Oh, she'd do anything for me, that little minx.
So you are aware of her fetish.
Send Relmina my love. dazzle gets her going.
Oh, he is totally aware of her fetish. Alright, so we're in the Isles. Oh, wow, that's way out there. But way out there from New Sheoth, that is. It's only a few seconds away with a couple stacks of runner. As everything is. Alright, just a hard save. Haven't done that in a while. I don't think I should. I think I'll do a shorter version. The second stack. So we go from New Sheoth to the Fringe in 30 seconds with 2 stacks. I just put the 1 minute stack on. I shouldn't have done that. Wait. I saw the order thing there. I see it's closed, but I saw the magic saying it's open. Oh, whatever. I saw a thing, and it wasn't the thing. Oh, already here. See, 30 seconds left. Oh, you absorbed it. Wonderful. Okay. I can't run yet because... Okay, I'll use it a bit. Alright, there goes the skeleton. Oh, wait. Is this? There's been a few runes I've been into with, like, experiments inside. Is this one of them? Oh, I'm in charge. In which case I'll just use the weakness fireball method. I do want to use Enlightenment, but I don't want to talk to her with Detect Life up, so I'll just keep it off. Alright, I suppose I should be using Shock against these guys. It seems alright. I'll go with Lightning Bolt. I don't want 2 trick shots. I might just keep auto-picking until I'm down to 100 lockpicks. Thousands. Way too much. Hi there. You're so flexible. Still don't have a full grasp of 1.3 though. I know range of 1 is exactly when their name pops up. That'll be 1. But like, how much longer is 1.3? I don't get. Eh, you find them. I've been in here, though I don't think it... No, this isn't one of the places I'm thinking of, though, but... Is it... Oh, I remember. This place had a locked door, didn't it? Yeah, I think I remember at the end of this place there was this locked door with a flesh astronaut behind it. There's also this place where it's like pitting a bunch of different undead creatures against each other to see what's stronger all these notes explaining experiments to make them stronger or weaker, seeing the effects and stuff. I'm wondering who the heck was running all that. Never really assume that maybe I'll go there on a quest for once, but for now it's just a weird place. Where am I supposed to go? Did I go backwards unintentionally? I dare say I might have gone backwards without realizing. I do think I went unintentionally backwards. Alright, from here. Okay, over there. Hi there. Oh. That body's new. You gotta seek them out. Using attack life are just as good. Remember this. I think some of these come back alive, but I think I killed all of them. They don't respawn. I think there was one in here that came back to life. Or, actually, I had tech life that time, so I would have seen it was alive, but anyways. Oh, yes, this was the place. They had a shambles and a hound in here. They haven't responded yet then, huh? Hi there. Alright, I think this is new turf, though. And it is. Corpse pit. That sounds lovely. Yeah, I've already read those. A long time ago, when I first came to the Isles, I explored most known locations. Like, as you can see, I've been around the Isles a fair bit. Oh, what is up with this frame rate right now? Okay, I'm gonna restart. I don't know what the hell's up with this. One frame a second. That is a first. like a passive background process. Well, it's 11 p.m., so it will kind of. Also, my bitrate is being all over the place right now. This would mark the 3rd hour. There it goes. Now, hopefully, FPS doesn't suck in here. Nope, it's good. Okay, I heard it from here.
Does this hurt more or less?
Okay, also I'll increase the music.
Very interesting.
Oh, and she's dead. And then she brings her back to life. All right.
I remember you. You're the adventurer who slew my gatekeeper, are you not?
My summon did, not me directly. I just summoned the thing and let it fight. I wanted to see how strong it was. It's not my fault your gatekeeper was weak.
Am I really? I think not. Be that as it may, on what authority do you disturb my work? I see. Sheogorath is too important to come on his own account.
Oh, that?
He sends his mortal lackey.
That is a very lesser-known
I trust
character.
my servants
from a
didn't give you
lesser-known
too
series.
hard a time getting in here. What is it Sheogorath's lackey requires of me?
So I didn't learn this until years after I see him, because I don't think he gives you his name in-game. I don't even know where people got the name Windworm from. But that's what he's called, and he is a character that appears only once in the post-game Veteran Odyssey 3. Only shows up once. I like its design.
Oh, does he now? Fine. If it be my lord's will, then it is also my own. But I'm too distraught over the death of my child to return to his womb. This you must do. You will travel to the Gardens of Flesh and Bone.
Finally.
There you will gather mystical components needed for the ceremony. Go fetch me blood liqueur, osseous marrow, dermis membrane, and essence of breath. And take this key. It will allow you into the gardens and give you direct access to my sanctum. Oh, you mean my research subjects? Don't trouble yourself with their fates. They're volunteers of one sort and another. Besides, they are furthering important research into the nature of pain and suffering, of life and death.
I bet this is how the
Don't be
aliens thought.
concerned. I always return the worthy ones to life. Besides, Lord Sheogorath has sanctioned my studies and my methods. Any loyal servant of the Mad God would respect his decision in this matter.
Yeah, I see your point.
I'm glad you are reasonable and open-minded. Perhaps Sheogorath's faith in you isn't misplaced after all. Now let's not speak of this again. How does this
No!
Please indicate on a scale of 1 to 10 how much pain you're feeling at this moment.
Alright. Alright, so Project Limb Removal, Day 12 Observations and Summary Conclusions. Removing an arm from the young Wood Elf female made her fight all the harder for her life, despite being clearly outmatched. In previous battles, she fought much less bravely and to lesser effect. She lasted a full minute against my most angry of hounds before her throat was ripped out and I had to revive her. However, removing just the feet of the middle-aged Nord male made him despondent and without any will to defend himself, even against a lesser foe. So pitiful was the look on the face of his corpse that I decided to leave him be, rather than resurrect him. After so many years of scientific study, I still cannot abide apathy. I'm sure that my aversion to pity has colored my findings, as I only make use of strong-willed test subjects. Though I suppose, flawed as my research may be, it is still more revealing and faithful than any other has done before me. Summary conclusions. After studying the various combats between the test subjects in this project, I've concluded that much as the pain threshold is inconsistent within a given species, so too is the effect of dismemberment. Whether beast or man, the removal of a limb, be it functional as a hand or peripheral as a tail, has varying effects on the subject, having to do more with individual temperament than any biological or cultural endowment. Whatever the particular effect, it is substantial, whether it enhances a subject's tendency towards aggressiveness or passivity, or swings them to the other extreme. Removing a limb has a profound effect on behavior. After reviewing my notes, I will attempt to catalog all the similarities and differences between the subjects and their responses. I may be able to offer Lord Sheogorath a guidebook detailing how to craft a better kingdom by removing various appendages from the bodies of its people. Yeah, I'd say it's at least a 7.
It appears this novel causes you
I'll look around for a few more notes. And try to ignore the screaming in the background. Probably use a torch in here. I tend not to use a torch because this happens when I draw. Torch gets put away. I'm just like, then why bother? Hello.
You were here to help rebuild the gatekeeper. That is very good of you, considering what you did to him.
Yeah, you were impassable.
So many strange noises here. People screaming, animals dying. But I've learned so much. So much. It's good that Resonator of Judgment is working again. What with the gatekeeper dead and everything. Did you hear that noise? Bye.
I'm sure I'll hear that noise at some point. Alright, I don't know if I have the key to that, but won't know till I try. Oh, there's a lot of doors. Oh, another experiment thing. It seems like two flesh Atronachs versus each other. Are there notes here? There are no notes here. Alright. Let's leave just those 3 rooms. It is true, the resonator does make a noise. I forget about that because I can't hear it. That's a shrine to Uncle Sheo. Here is another test subject. Pet dog, I imagine. It seems like a pet dog. Read that in a bit. I love the mod that actually added the custom book covers to everything, even the spines. Such a nice touch. I think I've read most... A Liturgy of Affliction. I may have that book, because I've picked up a lot of books in the Isles. I just don't always remember which ones. If there's any here that I haven't read, it might be the Liturgy of Affliction. I'll check if I have that later. For now, though, unproductive musings. Today I intended to continue my research into the effect of pain on the host of the unborn, in this case the middle-aged pregnant Breton female, and yet, no matter how many times she was ripped apart and resurrected, I simply could not bring myself to the requisite attentiveness serious study demands. Rather than the usual precision of observation, my faculties seem possessed of a peculiar poetic sensibility, so that rather than dutifully logging each scream and twitch of agony, I seemed transported by her cries to some other place. I am sheltered within a tapestry of tranquility, woven from the screams of the Breton's anguish, warped against their grunts and clacking of the beasts and shambles that toyed with her. It was there, in that spot, my soul naked and clean, I came to a sense of clarity, and like all, dare I say, religious experiences, returning to my mundane senses, I am left with little more than a faded memory of supernal knowledge. Like a burned parchment on which once were written words of wisdom and understanding, which now only torn and blurred fragments remain. The harder I try to remember that innate knowledge, the more it seems to recede from me. The essence that remains is this. Pain is a force that purifies, ennobles, and uplifts. It is the fire that burns away impurities and melts away imperfections. Death is not the sign of weakness, nor bodily constitution the sign of strength. It is what happens to soul when brought into the fire that determines the metal of men. Those with inner strength are forged into weapons of devastating keenness by pain's fire. Those who are undisturbing and weak turn to dark and lifeless ash in its heat. And there it stands in all its inscrutability. So much for an unproductive day. Perhaps tomorrow will lead to more fruitful experiments. She really belongs in dementia. Even then, I'm not sure I'd let her as the new Duke. And, here's your pharmacy back. Now time to check this door. We do have the key. Oh, it's into the Mania half. Ain't that cool? Yeah, I agree with you there. There are indeed some mad folk who do make a lot of sense with what they say. And think do, and that's what it was. Low-lying enemies tend to be hard to see in the grass. Oh, it didn't kill you? Yeah. Oh gosh, we're 15 minutes over. I know part of that was because of that weird frame drop, but... I mean, this is a good place to end it though, since we're right before the gate. The Garden of Flesh and Bone. And I'm also in a kind of free spot too, where I don't have to literally wait for tomorrow night and do some other stuff in between. Although I don't think I have all that much. I mean, I could look for oddities. I don't know where to look. I'd probably have to go on UESP. Could get work is never done in. And that's kind of all I can do. Alright. Yeah, cave music is appropriate here. It really feels more like the surface of a moon or something. The old gatekeeper's gone. I'm always going to notice that. Well, someday I'll not notice that, and that was another good screenshot. So, here's where I'll end it for tonight. Thank you very much for watching. We'll pick up with the Garden of Flesh and Bone tomorrow. Have a good night, and see you later.